Hello and welcome everybody to the season review for field hockey here in 2011. I'm Justin Hoff with you here inside the CMU Sports Zone on CMUChippewas.com, and we're joined by the head coach of the Chippewas, Cristy Freese. The coach this season, 9-11 on the year. You had a 5 All-Max selections, really took a step forward as a program. Just talk about some of your highlights in 2011.
Well, certainly I did think we took a big step forward, and I think overall, in terms of some of our goals from a year ago, we needed to improve our offense and improve our defense and improve our goalkeeping. And as I look back at what I wrote last spring, I wanted to be in the top 2 defensively and in goalkeeping and in the top 2 offensively. And we got two out of 3, I think, at the end of the season. Kent edged us in goals scored, but by very, very little. So certainly I think that helped. Didn't quite translate into overall wins that we felt that we could. I think we had a handful of games that were close 1-goal losses, and I think that's the next step, learning to turn those into wins.
For your team this year, you have 2 seniors that you'll lose, but these 2 seniors, it's not only that their impact this year was felt, it was the 4 years, Paulina Lee and Brooke Sahota, just tremendous student athletes.
Well, they really are, and Brooke started since she walked on this campus as a freshman, and Paulina, whether she started, she was always in the game. So the experience that they brought to the field day in and day out was great, and really I felt like from a coaching standpoint, they were reinforcing my message on the field.
For your team in 2011, it was about the youth, and you could also throw in Aaron Dye, one of the juniors, in there. But Aaron Dye and Kaylee Immelman really stood out from the pack on your team, and even in the MAC, as Kaylee Immelman was named MAC Freshman of the Year for the first time. Chippewa's been named since Kim Erasmus, and you got that South African connection going on, and I know that really paid dividends for your team this year.
Well, it did, and I think early on in the season we were still struggling with learning to work together. Whenever you're bringing in new players, it still takes time. I think you saw as the last third of the season, we sort of surged again offensively, and Aaron always finishes strong. I think she likes to wait till the last 6 games and put in average of a goal a game, but certainly I think that those 2 will be really important to us next year. As well as Kaylee played this year, you know what, she feels that she knows she can play better, so we're looking forward to that.
11 goals in just one season, just her first season. But outside of them, you have a lot of other stars coming back. Anna Neto to back in the defense with the goaltending. But you have the top 4 goal scorers. This looks like potentially a fierce Chippewa team moving forward. How do you feel about the future of this program?
Well, I feel really good about the future. The fact that we have now a returning goalkeeper in her 3rd year as a starter next fall will be huge for us. I mean, we set a goal for Anna to be one of the top 2 in the conference, and she was the 2nd best goalkeeper in the conference. So now she's got to get better, and we intend for her to work on her being the top goalkeeper in the conference. But certainly the defense around her helped, and we've got 3 of the 4 returning, which will be huge, and they're all young. I mean, our defense on the back line was Sky, who's a sophomore, Simone, who's a sophomore, and Jordy, who's a freshman. I think our next thing is really continuing to work on our depth. What we want to do with this program is that we're going to get it up there, and it's going to be established, and we're not going to have a fall off as we graduate players from year to year.
Coach, always a pleasure. It was fun to watch your team in 2011. We look forward to more fun in 2012.
Great. Thanks a lot, Justin.
That wraps up our coverage of the 2011 Chippewa field hockey team. For all your coverage in the offseason, be sure to stay tuned to CMUChippewas.com for the latest news and notes. We thank you for watching in 2011. We'll see you next year, and fire up Chips.